Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hadeese Zahra. As we all know, today is 13th of Muharram. I read about the burial of Imam Hussain alayhi salam and his companions, and I would like to share it with my fellow Azadars. On 12th Muharram, Ibn Sa'd leaves Karbala. He buries his dead. Hussain alayhi salam and his companions lie there shroudless and unburied. Zainab salamu alayha, Kulthum salamu alayha, along with the remaining widows and orphans are forced on the backs of littlest camels. There are no palanquins covering over their heads. Abbas alayhi salam, the shade of their heart is no more. They are deliberately paraded past the brutalized and trampled bodies of their loved ones. As Zainab salamu alayha is trooped past what remains of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, she laments from the depth of her grief. O Muhammad, salutation of the heavenly angels be upon you. This is Hussain alayhi salam, drenched in blood and cut asunder, fallen down in the desert. O Muhammad, your daughters are made captive and progeny martyred, while the wind is sprinkling sand upon their bodies. As captives, they made their way for Kufa, the city of their father. Next, on 13th Muharram, 3 days have passed. Still Hussain alayhi salam's headless body lies on the barren but bloody plains of Karbala. The Bani Asad arrived from the nearby village of Ghazariya. They are here to fulfill the terms of their oath. Fear had kept them away. They are now here to bury Imam Hussain alayhi salam and his companions. Ali ibn Hussain al-Sajjad alayhi salam, Hussain alayhi salam's heir, appears back in Karbala to lead the burial rites of his father. As-Sajjad alayhi salam gathers the bodies of the companion martyrs. He puts them to rest in a mass grave. He buries his uncle Abbas alayhi salam near the river, exactly where his remains lie. The tall and handsome Abbas alayhi salam, the moon of the Hashemites, gathered in a grave just 2.5 feet tall, his body cut into pieces. Ali as-Sajjad alayhi salam find Hussain alayhi salam's body meters away from where he was beheaded. In reality, there is no semblance of a body left. Hussain alayhi salam has no head, his limbs are torn off, his collarbone is broken, his ribs are shattered, his fingers are cut off, his skin ripped off, the flesh of his thighs chewed off, a lance has pierced his heart. The Awajiyah horses have trampled him and scattered him, the pieces of Hussain alayhi salam's flesh across the barren plains of Karbala. Bones crushed into powder like physicians of old crushing herbs. The remnants of his chest fused into his backbone. There is no part of his body without a wound. Blood congealed, fragrant as musk. Blood mixed with soil, soil mixed with blood. One and the same, eternally bound. Ali as-Sajjad alayhi salam is inconsolable. His tears do not stop. A fresh mat is brought so Sajjad alayhi salam can collect the remains of his father. He tries to carry the body parts and lift them onto the mat. They scatter like parts of a broken earthen pot. The body is placed in a grave where Sajjad alayhi salam finds Hussain alayhi salam. He places his brother Ali Akbar alayhi salam at Hussain alayhi salam's feet, and the remains of his 6-month-old on Hussain alayhi salam's chest. He fills the grave in and orders for water to be sprinkled up it. With his fingers he writes, "This is the grave of the martyr Hussain alayhi salam, son of Ali alayhi salam, the one who was killed thirsty." He takes some soil of his father's grave and ties it in his clothes. He moves towards the Bani Asad and addresses them. "I am the Imam of your time. I am Ali alayhi salam, the son of Hussain alayhi salam, come to bury my father's dead body along with my brothers uncles, cousins, and their supporters who sacrificed their hearts defending him. Here are Imam Zamana's words from Zarat al-Nahiyya. Peace be upon Al-Hussein, who sacrificed himself up to the last drops of blood in his heart. Peace be upon him who was saturated in blood. Peace be upon him whose tents were violated. Peace be upon the blood-stained chests. Peace be upon the pallid bodies. Peace be upon the dismembered limbs. Peace be upon the heads brised upon lances. Peace be upon the mangled corpses left in the desert. Peace be upon those who were buried without shrouds. Peace be upon the one who was buried by the strangers from nearby villages. Peace be upon the grey hair that was dyed with blood. Peace be upon the cheek that struck the dust. Peace be upon the unclothed corpses in the desert, bitten by wild wolves, and around whom the beasts of prey prowled. O Umayyad soldiers, may Allah curse the enemies of Ahlul Bayt.